Okay. All right. So we're smack in the middle of the holiday season. So kudos to everybody who made it here. Okay.
Yes.
Because we know you're tired. Okay. So
Before we go any further, can I just say real quick, Michelle, your hair looks awesome.
I know, right? It's adorable.
Thank you.
Okay.
Very cute.
okay. So we're glad you're here. This is a topic I had actually meant to talk about, I don't know, a couple weeks ago after I had a conversation with Reggie. And then I totally forgot. So sorry, Reggie. And so here we are discussing it. Right? The whole point of so what let's actually define what a hater is. Okay. A hater is someone who just takes a look at what you're doing and thinks you shouldn't do it. Okay. And I have a lot of experience with this because back when I first was on Facebook, I very gleefully dove into drama headfirst. Okay. Um, and for those who have been on Facebook for as long as I have, you may even remember we refer to it as "she who shall not be named." And if you want to know who that is, ask some of the old timers. And after our eyes glaze over, we're like, "Oh yeah, we can tell you all about it." But
I hear she can still be summoned if you say her name 3
that's
times.
why
She'll
we don't
show
say
up
her name.
in a grooming salon near you.
No, we don't. We do not say her name. There are literally, Chris, there are little people to this day, all right? And this has got to be 15 years. To this day, we're not speaking to each other over this, okay? But anyway, okay? I think one of the things that I really learned was to pick and choose my battles after that, okay? So I took a back seat. You will rarely see me get involved in drama or get involved in an argument, an online argument with something, unless I really feel strongly about it. And I can give you those topics, but I won't. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Chris knows them. Angie, I'm sure, knows that what will get me started. Okay. So, and it can be difficult. All right. But coming from a been there, done that, sometimes you just have to scroll on by. All right. Those opinions of people who are trying to tear you down don't mean anything. Okay. If somebody is having a problem with what you're doing, it isn't you, it's them. They're triggered by something, they have an issue. Okay. We can go into the different type of haters. Okay. The first one is the ones that you can't succeed. All right. If you're some sort of icon or up and coming icon, or is it just somebody who is just looking to make the industry better? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So any of those levels. Okay. There's something called the crab effect. It's an actual psychological term. Okay. And what the crab effect is it's based on that if you pick a pot of boiling water, and you throw crabs in there, if one of the crabs tries to escape, the other crabs will actually pull that crab into the boiling water. That's called the crab effect. Okay. So it's easier to take you and bring you back down to their level than it is for them to put themselves out there to make this industry a better place. Okay. So a little exercise here. Okay. So you got crabs, right? I say go on Amazon, get yourself a little stuffed crab, name it. Okay. Have a little pot on your table. All right. Bert. No, give it a specific name. Okay.
Bert is very specific.
Okay.
She's missing the point. Okay.
No.
You cut it out.
You're missing my point there, Chris. But name it. Whoever giving you a hard time, put it in the pot, put the lid on it.
Oh.
You get it now, Chris?
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say it isn't
Tired.
necessarily easy, especially when you don't have when they're going after your self-confidence. Okay. And it's not just, I would say, it is a lot with women, but it isn't just a woman thing. Okay. If you're brought up where, in fact, Michelle and I were talking about this before we went live, brought up in a time in which, especially women, we were supposed to be quiet. Okay.
Yes.
Can't be too much. Okay. Shh. Sit down and shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I remember my guidance counselor. All right. Now understand that I was graduating high school in 3 years. All right. So not a dummy. Right. And when I was talking to him about going on to college, it was, well, okay, yeah, nurse. And I am not dissing these, but it is not what I wanted. Okay.
Right.
All right. I was told, well, I could be a school teacher, I could be a nurse, or I can get married. Those were my 3 options. Not that I had wanted to be at that time a marine biologist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, just to clarify,
Yeah.
I had the same 3 options, and I was graduating in 3 years. And my guidance counselor said, let's be realistic. You're a woman, or actually, you're a girl, is what he said. You're a girl.
So many of us have to overcome that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we're putting ourselves out there, all right, and we're saying, hey, we are really good at something, and I want to help you become better at this thing I'm good at, it can be
Yes.
really hard for us to like get out that bullhorn and say, hey, I'm great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jamie.
That's kind of exactly. That's
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay, so Jamie has another odd item. She bought her husband a little cactus and named it after him because he's an effing prick. For when he's an effing prick, not he's not always, right, Jamie? I think I'm going to go name a couple of my cactuses too after I get off of this. But anyway,
Yeah, I think people need to understand that all the girl power and boss bee and all this other stuff is relatively new.
yeah.
It really is.
Some of us are absolutely soaked in being oppressed and being pushed down and being told, even when you make achievements, I've had many experiences in my life and I'm like, this is amazing. Look what happened to me. They're like, okay, calm down. No one wants to hear you toot your own horn. In every institution I was ever in when I was a child, it's like, no matter what I did, shh, no, shh, no. So now it's really hard for me to speak about myself,
All right, that I want to say it's Till Tuesday. That Till Tuesday song is now going to be going through my head all night.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That voices carry.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Now it's in my head.
Now
You're
it's in
welcome.
my head.
Now it's in yours. At least it's a decent song. You're welcome.
Okay. All right. So I think the whole point of this is how do you get past it? All right. So for me, all right, how I get
Is Pedro yawning? He has
Yeah.
never had a problem with speaking out about himself ever, not one time.
okay. So maybe this doesn't really apply to Pedro. Okay. All right. So for me, when it's directed at me, all right, at this stage of the game, I just ignore it. Because if I don't give voice to it, if I go in and I try to argue with it, right? Let's just say, oh, God, Mary's classes are so stupid. Why would anyone take it? All right.
Mhm.
Well, whatever. That's an opinion. Nice. But I'm not even going to respond to that. Okay. Because I'm not going to give any oxygen to it. And that has taken me, I don't know how many years to do that, to be able to just, like they say, scroll on by.
Mhm.
And you know what? Something my mother always told me, and my mother and I have a very classic mother-daughter relationship. But every so often, when she does stuff right, she does it like right. And it took me the longest time to actually feel this because when you're being told things like people put other people down because they are insecure about themselves and they don't feel good about themselves, and that's the only way that they can feel better about themselves is to put other people down. When you're a kid and that put down is coming from someone close to you or someone you care about, that's hard to understand and process. You can't fully understand it. But as you get older and having that sink in through your life, and all of a sudden you look at some of this stuff and being hated on by other groomers and non-constructive criticism, like, no, if something on my groom needed work and someone was trying to constructively criticize, awesome. But just, that the non-constructive criticism I'm talking about.
That's a great question, Erin.
Ooh,
That's a great question.
emotional and more
See,
emotional.
that's where I
questions.
lean towards. I get the emotional side of all of it.
That's where
I'm
you have
Just
to.
me, right? That is
you
my
have to-
experience.
Absolutely internalize and turn it around, because you're probably a very empathetic person because of that. And you've got to go, how pathetic does this person have to feel about themselves to treat someone like that? Like, how empty is their lives that they have to do that to somebody else? That's kind of sad.
All right. So as far as the emotional thing, all right. So somebody I had back when I first started the membership, the Summit membership, and it's $97 a month. Okay. And I was starting to put it out there. Okay. That's what it is. And I'm blocking her name on it. But I get a message. We see it.
No.
It says $97 a month. Heck no! Explanation point. A dozen of them. Blocked. A dozen of them. Okay. So I blocked her. But before I blocked her, I printed it out. Whenever I'm feeling like a little down, this is funny. I think this is funny. At some point, I'm actually going to laminate this. I might even put it up on my wall behind me. Okay. Sometimes you got to. Someone's saying, considering the source. Consider the source. All right.
Yeah.
If she thinks I'm ripping people off at $97 a month, that's fine. That's her opinion. That's not my opinion. Okay. But at the same token, I give away a lot of free information. I do a lot of online education. I answer a lot of questions, but she doesn't deserve any of that either. Then.
Right.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, Positive Ed offers one of the most economical ways to get a broad range of education. It is economical. It's worth being a part
really
of.
is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, you get 10 hours, and I know this is going to sound like an ad, but it's 10 hours a month of classes about all kinds of different stuff. I mean,
Pedro says
come
I punch her in the face.
That's Pedro's answer
$10
to a lot of things.
$10 an hour. $10 an hour?
That's insane. Yeah, it's a great price. Yeah.
You can't even go to McDonald's for $10 at
You
this point.
can't. You
No.
can't.
And to comment on something else Pedro said, he said he has got an old boss that won't give him a good compliment, just says, I'm getting there. There's some old school thinking there. There's some serious old school thinking that a lot of people think if they compliment you, then you'll stop trying.
Well, that was born of corporate behavior. That's a corporate training mentality that says if you always dangle the carrot, they're always going to work harder. Even though she's an A+ worker, we're not going to tell her that, because then she'll just, bottom out or whatever. Instead of giving somebody a compliment and having her just say, yeah, I'm doing it right, and then go forth and win the day. But yeah, that's an actual corporate thing that they still practice in corporations today, although it's getting less and less.
And
I had a boss that I worked for that told me the day I started, I am never, because I finally, I was a decent groomer, early groomer. And she said, and I said, how does it look? Now I knew I nailed it. And she said, oh, to be clear, I'm never going to give you a positive review ever, because people don't learn from positive things. They only learn from negative things.
I bet she bonks her dog with a big towel too.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, horrible.
And so that was the entirety of the time that I worked there.
Mm.
And never once did I hear anything positive in any way. And it was so self-defeating
Mm.
that I was just like, okay, I'm just crap. And that's what that builds. So I
Okay,
have taken
I'm going
the exact
Mary,
with my
Mary
I'm going
and
to correct Pedro right now. Okay, not to toot my own horn, Pedro. Toot your own horn. Okay.
Yeah, there is nothing wrong with tooting your own horn.
yeah.
This is the whole thing we're discussing. Toot your own horn. Okay.
And actually, Angie and Mary, since you've read these particular review and the thing I'm talking about, to more honestly address what Erin says about being emotionally crushed, should I tell the story of some of the reviews? One in particular I got from Hershey this year.
Yes, you should. I think that would be really good.
Oh, okay. All right. So as you all know, when you go to a show, there are speaker evaluations. And I love getting them. I love that they're there because most of the time, even the bad ones, I can go, all right, I process it, I suck it up, and I go, what could I do better? And I always try to make my classes better.
You have already impacted that.
Ignore that.
Okay. I thought my dog stepped on something. I was like, what happened?
No,
So-
I'm trying to see who's leaving messages on the chat because it doesn't Facebook user.
Okay, so
Okay,
there's
so-
Amanda, and I believe Monica is in the house as well,
So
and Mindy.
so I was teaching one class at Hershey this year. And as you know, I was 2 weeks post surgery on my ankle at Hershey. So I was non-weight bearing completely. I was using either a knee scooter or I rented one of those chairs because there was going to be a lot of walking. I rented a scooter chair to get around. But there was no way I could get onto a stage. Like, I'm sure if the place was on fire, I could have crawled up there or something. But to get on stage, to comfortably groom a dog in front of people wasn't going to happen. So I was so anxious about this class. I'm anxious about demos anyway, because as much as I like to present the I give no F's attitude, it's terrifying to groom in front of people because I know I'm not perfect. I can just do certain things well. And I think I can share that. So I know I'm not perfect. I know I'm not a competition groomer. So now I have to groom in front of people who are just watching like mixed pure breed. Like, can I just go vomit for 3 hours, please? So I get one of the reviews back, and what we tried to do was we set up in a corner, and they were videoing it. So they put the videographer, had the camera, and they had it on the screen. And I said to everybody, my leg is out of my control. If you need to sit up front, there were people being a complete fire hazard. God bless all of them in the aisles to see what was going on. And I did my best to get through that, not being able to move around the dog. The worst reviews of my career.
Yeah.
And I skimmed through them. I cried. I handed them to my husband. I had gotten my package from Mary that day. I opened it. I went, oh, bright spot. And I wrapped it back up and wrapped it back in the tissue paper and put it in the box because it was too nice to look at right then because my brain was dark. So I took a nap. I woke up. I may have cried again. And I read them again because I said, I want to improve. And then I went, wait a minute. If nobody could see, how could he know the groom sucked anyway?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can see, and the groom was horrible and had lines. Well, it wasn't finished, and I thought you couldn't see.
Well,
I
I saw those reviews. They were, I would say, people think about before you post a review for a speaker. Okay, because a couple of them made Chris cry, and that's really not cool. All right, over
I
something.
cry easy. I'm emotional AF.
Yeah, but part of the review was she couldn't get on stage because she was in a wheelchair.
I know it wasn't her fault because she was in a wheelchair, but I'm like,
There's no but.
No, but
Yeah.
why wasn't she on stage?
yeah. Right?
Chris.
Let me tell you, Pedro. Let me warn you. I am an emotional crier. I have angry cried at management while they backed away in terror.
Mm-hmm. She'll cut you while crying.
I will cut you while crying and then cry that you made me cut you.
Exactly.
Chris is actually the easiest person in the world to make her cry. Say something really, really nice to her, and she will immediately just waterworks. Happens. I make her cry like every trade show because I'll make her like some teeny tiny little ridiculous thing like a keychain or something.
Let's be honest. Angie will make everyone cry at every trade show. Okay. I'm just putting that out there. Good, bad, ugly, cry, snot, the whole 9 yards.
Well,
Every time she cries, thank you. She's like, oh, and then she's dabbing.
What?
Oh.
How did you turn? Oh.
okay, so Jamie.
Yep, now we know it was Pedro that left out the reviews.
All right. So dealing with emotion. So
Okay, and
go ahead.
contrary to popular belief, sorry, Mary, I did not have to run off to cry. My dog turned on the Bathing Beauty dry, so I'm like, let me not let that run dry.
yeah,
the button,
but
babe.
if I would have burnt out your Bathing Beauty, you would have cried over it.
Yes.
I would have cried for you on that one.
Yes.
All right. So Denise, how do you handle emotional?
When I figure that out, I'll let you know. No. It's tough. I'm starting to, I don't want to say toughen up. I'm starting to learn all the tools I know all the things, right? Like it's a projection thing. It's it's a character on their end. It's showing their character and stuff like that. But it doesn't mean, like Chris said, right? The words still hurt. So I'm learning. Honestly, and this is probably going to be most of the audience that's here. I hold myself back because I'm afraid of what people are going to say. And I'm finally getting over that and just throwing it out there. But honestly, having a huge support system like you guys to listen to and to bounce off of, or to like know that you've been through it, has really helped me out a lot. But I try to really talk myself through it all. It's
All
tough.
right. So if we're going to talk about ridiculous reviews, Daryl Connor told me about a review she got one time. Okay, like the Daryl Connor. Someone gave her a 1-star review at a trade show because they didn't like her haircut.
They didn't like what?
Her haircut.
Her haircut?
Not the cut they gave to the
No,
to a
like her
dog. They didn't
her
like her
Own
hair.
personal haircut.
Her own personal haircut. Oh, so Facebook deleted one of Pedro's comments.
Oh,
Her personal hair. She got a 1-star review because someone did not like her hairstyle.
Hitting mute
But see, I would have laughed at that one.
Because Angie's too much of a lady to say what the fuck on the live.
Well,
It's
I don't
because she
know
went to
if there's-
finishing school.
I don't know if there's kids in the room, so
Oh.
I'm just
Yeah.
Fair.
That would have made me laugh though. That's something that what? No. Forget
right.
about it.
So I think maybe for like that sort of stuff, like for like really mean Facebook comments and stuff like that. All right. I'm going to tell you, screenshot it, print it out, and then draw like faces on it, like put a mustache on the profile of the person who said it. Do something that's going to make you laugh over it. And so that every time you see that thing, you're going to imagine the mustache, the I don't know, the weird hat, whatever. Okay.
when something like that happens to me, there are two people that I message pretty much immediately. One is Amy, the other one is Amanda. And I send it to them, and both of them offer violence for me. And so you can see them running out with, like, Amy would definitely be in like a unicorn costume with a shovel, ask no questions. And
I'm
Amanda,
picturing the inflatable one, right?
yeah, I do.
Yes.
Yes, I do. And Amanda would just be there if I asked her, and she'd just be driving the whatever vehicle and be like, "Throw it in the back, let's go." So have your people that you can go to that are going to make you feel, that remind you who you are.
Mhm.
And also today, I was reminded when I said to a customer who has had a very rough year, and she is a wonderful woman. I love her dearly. She's in her 80s. I have groomed for her for 30 something years. And it's been a really tough year for her. She's had a lot of loss. And she brought me all kinds of baked goods because she knows I love them. And I was like, I did not expect you. And she's like, I baked for you, honey.
Ate it.
Oh, no, we dove in like the second she left. But I was like, I did not expect, you did not have to bake for me. She's like, sweetheart, you love them. I know you do. This is one of those customers you hug and you
Yeah.
like, you don't
Yeah.
mind hugging.
Not the one that brings you the pot roast. The one that
Right.
brings you the baked goods.
I
saying.
have a question for Monica. Okay. So apparently we put Pedro in Facebook jail again.
Yeah, because he said
How-
punch in the face.
How difficult is that to do, Monica? Be honest. I mean, should we like toot our horn saying, "Oh my god"?
No,
Because
I'm
it's
very sure that happens like on the weekly.
Oh, it's Tuesday.
Yeah, it that's Tuesday.
I think
It's
he did down
Pedro.
there say something like, let's see how long I can stay here.
Yeah, he gets smacked like all the time by Facebook.
Well, yeah, for
Um,
him, not hard at
so-
all. Like it's just
So I said to her, I said, I really hope that you have the Christmas that you truly deserve. Because this woman deserves to have like freaking Santa Claus come down that chimney and give her $1 bazillion. Okay. She's that kind of person. And I meant that. And she cried. I cried. We cried. We hugged. It was lovely.
All right.
And I realized when I got in the car that I have said that to someone before. And I said it in nearly the same way. I hope you have the day that you deserve. And she got ripping mad.
Because she already knew she didn't deserve a good day.
So people are going to interpret what you say through their own lens. Okay. So pretty much if they're one of those people, there is nothing you can say that's going to satisfy or make them happy.
You just have
And
to
if
love
they
them and
are-
yourself through it, basically.
Right. So, and that's all there is to it.
All right. So maybe a mantra everybody needs to say is that I am a wonderful human being. I have much to offer the industry, and I am going to. I want to say it. And I am going to do what? I'm going to
I'm going
give.
to talk about it.
We're going to talk about it.
We're going to talk about it. We're going to say something about it. I'm tired of being oppressed. I want to talk about
I'm
it.
mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take
I'm
it
not even
anymore.
mad. I just have things to say. I want to be able to say them.
Tooting your own horn is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's not. If you get obnoxious about it and that's all you talk about, then one of your friends
Right.
will come up behind you and go, see there, I did it for you, Pedro. But so it can't be the only thing you talk about.
Right.
But to say, hey, I'm worthy of doing this
I
because
did this and I'm really proud
good
of
at
it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
really good at it. And there are things that we all have our specialties. Mine is sanitation and small mammals. Straight up. It just is. And cats. It just is. That's my thing. That's what I love. It's my passion. And I'm going to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I'm good at it.
All right. So in the comments, I want people to put in the comments what they are good at. Okay.
Oh, I love it.
Tell us. Yes.
Michelle, what are you good at?
Oh, B.
Yeah, yeah. What are you good at?
I'm good at making messes. I'm good.
Come on, Michelle. What are you good
I'm
at?
good at skin and coat. I'm good at therapeutics. I'm good at recognizing and gathering and formulating ingredients, which is why I developed the apothecary. I am good at those, and I'm getting better and better by the day. And I am a really good teacher. And I keep my research fresh, and I always read what's on the coming out. And that's how I stay current. That's how I stay.
Okay, so let's rephrase annoying folks.
Yeah, Diana. Come on.
Come on, come on. There's a better way of phrasing that.
Mhm.
Yes, there is.
challenging people's misconceptions and challenging their
There you go.
ideas.
Yeah.
Challenging misconceptions.
That
Okay.
can be annoying AF,
Yes.
but
I know.
necessary.
Yep.
But I do it on the regular. You just saw my alcohol post. I got a number of private messages that pretty much told me to.
They told you to go have an amazing time with yourself.
Did you do
They
a video
told me
of
to
you being
have
drunk?
the day that I deserve. And here's the thing, I know I deserve to have a fine day. So I did. What I did.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Do you have a video of you being drunk?
No, 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 no.
No,
What are you talking
no,
about?
no alcohol, as in isopropyl.
Oh,
alcohol
okay. I was like,
disinfectant.
because that would be a good one. You'd probably go viral.
Oh. Okay, new member only benefit for the members of the NJPPGA. First, you either have to be at the groomers ball to see it, or be a member to see the video that I will take of Angie being adorably drunk.
I'm just gonna come out there to watch it. Like I'm
She's
flying
so
out.
cute.
I'm just gonna fly out.
And we're not, no, it's not going to be in a bit. It's not going to be like,
Okay.
no, nothing with like her falling.
Pedro is back. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
I'm gonna be proud.
Okay, Chris. Chris, what are you good at?
Swiveling.
Come on, what are you good at, Chris?
I am good at explaining swivel shears and talking about ergonomics.
Okay. Denise, what are you good at?
I am good at leadership and teaching.
Okay. So, and what I'm good at is I'm good at bringing the next generation of speakers up to the trade shows.
Yes.
Facts.
All right. So we all have something we are really good at. Okay. So, Sancho, what are you good at?
They're getting
Oh,
in
he's
trouble.
good at getting in trouble. Come
It's
on.
like breathing.
Come on, Pedro. What else are you good at?
Come on. What else are you good at? Come on. We're waiting.
Come on, Maestro.
Okay. It's me. I know it's you.
Yes, that's why we're
What are you good at?
talking to you.
We figured that out. We're smart up here. Okay. We're really smart people.
We're smart, not like people say, like dumb, because they're haters.
Right. Chris.
All right. So, if you're watching this later, still post what you are good at, because I want to come back in and I want to read all the things.
Me
Yeah,
too.
and Diane, I want you to expound on that because I know that you're good at many things because we've been Facebook friends for a really long time. So, kind of calling you out.
Okay. Pedro says he's good at making people laugh and happy, and I'll agree with that.
I would absolutely agree with that. He cracks me up on the regular.
Okay, so before we finish up today, we have Angie's weird animal fact.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Hold on.
Angie's weekly weird fact.
Hold on.
Nope.
Come on.
Okay. So cats walk like giraffes and camels, both right feet and then both left feet. So they move half their body forward at a time. No other animal does this except for cats
Angie's weekly weird fact.
and camels. Isn't that the weirdest thing?
That is weird.
Because I didn't really notice that.
So you're talking about all other mammals have the 1, 2, 3, 4 footstep
Yes.
pattern. You're talking
1,
about
2,
actual
4.
movement of left
Like
and right.
entire right,
Right.
side, entire left side, entire right
Synchronized.
side, entire left
Never
side.
noticed.
And well, that's the thing. That's
Right.
why it's my weekly weird fact.
I love
Because
The other four of us are just going,
Huh?
trying to picture.
it. Right? We're watching cats walk in our head.
Yes.
Well, my
and
friend
we're trying to
Heather
watch
also has
dogs walk their
camels.
head.
So I am privy to seeing camels walk as well. So
yes, so
Yeah.
camels,
I
giraffes,
never
and
thought
cats
about that connection before.
are the only ones that walk like that. And so that's why I'm sharing this weird fact with you because my brain is literally full of them. I used to be told when I was a kid that I had a garbage head because I had a weird fact for like everything. Because I used to read books on just like weird facts, and they're just
Yeah.
like, no one knows these things. And okay, so Diana, I will type out after the show what I said to you. But yes, every week there's a weekly weird fact because it lets off some of the room. So I can let that one, I don't have to keep it at the forefront anymore. So I can
Mhm.
let that weird fact just kind of go. So then I have room for more weird facts.
Mm. I've got a ton of weird facts.
I love weird facts.
I
think
know,
they're
I
am a
do
weird
too.
fact.
Okay, so on that note, we will be back next week. Okay,
with another weird fact.
with another week. If somebody has anything they want to discuss, we are always open for topics.
Yes.
Okay. Next week, the date will be the 19th. There may be many of you who are punch drunk by then.
I'll be bouncing off the walls next week.
Okay. Okay, so Monica King, Chris, is going to be at the gala. I wish if it wasn't for the fact that I would have to drive across, I would have to fly across the country. I would be there.
It's a little cross country. Now I'm gonna have to look into getting one of those Jughead style crowns just for for Sancho Sanchez.
And no one else.
No.
Oh, cool. Mary, see? Jamie's here if for the facts, if nothing else.
Nothing else. There's nothing else. We still
You've
like
proved,
to
you've proved your value, Angie.
Yes.
Getting them in the door.
Come to the weird facts.
Okay, so Chris, before we
Oh,
finish up,
wait, somebody.
get to the ball.
How do you go to the groomers ball? You buy a ticket. Go to the NJPPGA website.
And Chris will put a link
I'm
on
going
the
to
thread
put a
as
link
soon as
on
we're
the
done
topic.
here.
Not before we're done, because I'm not that quite technically savvy, but the New Jersey Alliance of Pet Grooming Professionals, NJPPGA. I did that wrong. Whatever. The New Jersey Groomers Association is
put a
putting
link.
this on. I'll put up the link. And very important, it's going to be a really nice event, like evening wear, dancing, like brush off all the dog hair, and
I love it.
open bar for 4 hours. Food, early bird pricing until right after Christmas is $109, and then it goes up to $129. So get your tickets now. It is in Mountainside, New Jersey.
Hotels across the street.
We have a hotel right across the street and another one a little cheaper, like a 10-minute Uber right away.
And when is this going down?
This is going down Sunday, February 4th. And it will be an absolute blast. We have so many giveaways and like raffles. And when I say raffles, I don't mean you have to buy a ticket. You're paying to get in. We hand you your prize. We have a canine dryer. We have shampoos, brushes. We have swag bags. Just when you walk in the door, here's your swag bag because you are a celebrity. You're a groomer who made it to Christmas. Now let's party.
Wow. What a great
We
idea.
have, Angie. We have a copy of the quintessential rabbit grooming book that got donated as one of our prizes. And because Angie's going to be there, she will sign it for you. So it'll
I'll
be
even draw the bunny.
She'll even draw the bunny.
There are also one of
What are
the
you
raffles
eating?
is going to be a month of positive educational training.
Oh, yes. And 1 free month of positive educational training. Oh, there's going to be a do-it-all pass for a Barkley show.
Oh, nice.
I'm not sure which show it is, but there will be a do-it-all pass for Barkley show. Like, we have some nice gifts, like some nice raffle prizes, not just like, here's a cup that says NJPPGA. No, we
Right.
got the good stuff.
Mhm.
On
Okay,
the website,
on the
I can't
website.
find the tickets for the ball. If you go right to the
Hold on. I'm going to.
right on the front page under upcoming events, there's Groomers Ball 2024.
Hold on. I'm just doing the link.
I got it.
Can you
got it?
pop that for me?
I got it.
Because now I can't find the window where we are again. Because I
Okay.
have 1,000 windows open. And
I'm the same way.
All right. So we will see everybody next week. All right.
All right. Hang on 1 second. Okay. What all right, I put it in Pet Groomer Town Hall. I put it on your page. What other pages should I be putting this on?
It also goes to Positive Ed
Yeah.
and Mary Oquendo, my business page. We have no idea, Pedro. We are looking for topics. If you have something you would like to discuss, let us know. And also, this goes to YouTube.
Okay. So I got it on Positive Ed. I have it on your page and Pet
I
Groomer
wouldn't
Town
worry
Hall.
too much about YouTube. If somebody's watching this on
What are
YouTube
you eating?
and you want the link, leave a
I have
comment.
no.
I can put it there. Okay, so who has? Um, I don't know. Maybe we get Pedro up on the live stream next week.
That would be funny.
Pedro, are you up to be on the live stream for next week?
And Mindy has something to discuss too. Snob groomers. That is a good one.
Ooh.
All right, Pedro, get a hold of one of us, and get a hold of one of us, and we'll give you the.
Phrasing.
All right, everybody, we will see you next week. Angie, do not go anywhere.
Okay.
Tab
I
is
have to
gone.
respond to Diana real quick.
Okay, that's fine.